Yalla, come on. It's going round and round. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Rejuvenation Fest series. We today will be talking about a topic that is very close to, I think, everyone's heart. What do you think, Rebecca?
Yeah, it is. It is. We all want to talk about it. We all want to learn about it. And we have an
And we
opinion.
about okay, I think that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be unraveling this myth that we have around money, and to make it something that is more desirable, something that is
Yes.
more easily accessible, perhaps. So let's kick it off with Rebecca um, introducing yourself first, and then we'll take it from there.
Well, I don't even know how to start. Well, I'm Rebecca Ferrero, and I'm the one is in Wisdom, Colombia Country Chair. I've been in this position for maybe 3 months already, kind of,
Yes,
and I've been
yes.
enjoying this journey with you. I do a lot of things. I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a CEO, I'm a president of different organizations. So I know a little bit about this topic because I have to face it every day with a lot of people in different countries.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. I'm Jennifer Randiv, and I'm the Global Chair for Oneness and Wisdom. I've had the opportunity of being with some amazing women, of which Rebecca is one. We have 54 awesome country chairs worldwide, and we're very honored
Awesome.
to actually interact with one another and to create some phenomenal information that we can share with everybody. So,
True.
having said that, thank you everyone who is going to be joining us, who's already joined us. I see we have Tanya, our US country chair, and we have Carolina. Hopefully, will be becoming our Chile regional chair
Oh,
shortly. So, looking forward to that. But let's now dive into the money myth.
okay.
So, when we're
Let's
talking
do it.
about money myth, what exactly does that mean? And I want everyone who is listening in, please do put in your questions and responses because we would like to actually address these things. We too are there because we have been through it, seen it, experienced it, have felt lack of it, more of it, created with it. But you know what? We are here to not talk about ourselves, but to actually help everyone out there to learn from whatever it is that we're saying. And
True.
hopefully, it's going to be a fun conversation. So,
Yeah, we need to
Rebecca,
learn from each other.
absolutely. This is not one size fits all. It's
No.
everyone has a different concept around this. And the more the merrier. We would love to hear from everyone. So, Rebecca, let me start off with you. What do you
Okay.
consider to be the money myth?
I think it's a belief of that having more money we will bring happiness and we will solve
Mm,
all the problems that we have. And maybe for me it's like I see it as an illusion, like that
mm,
it is like a goal. People think that the money represents a goal, so
mm,
you have to chase money every day.
mm, mm,
And that's not true because we need to live in the present. So I think the myth is that we have to chase it, that it is a goal that we need to go for it.
mm. Yeah, my concept is a bit about if money is like energy, and
Oh,
we all
yeah.
are energy, okay? So if we are even experiencing the lack of it, okay, it is something got to do what it is that we really need to shift in our energy to be able to allow it to show up because there's one side of us that wants to have it, but with
Yes.
the other side, when we become desperate about it, it actually runs away, literally. Okay,
True.
so that's
True.
that's 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 the way I look at it. It's like, what if we could invite money
Yes.
to
Yes.
be
Well,
our partners? Okay.
yeah, it is funny, but it is true. Like we all think that, and it's a belief that we have that if you work hard, you're gonna have
Mm,
money. And so automatically you put in your mind that money is hard to achieve.
Achieve.
So,
Exactly. Very true.
so we need to change that. We need to change that mindset, and we just need to be like worry free. That's how my kids call me, that I'm a worry-free person because I'm not like worried about money. I want to travel, I travel. If I want to, I always think that the universe is going to give me what I need, So it is something that if we put the right energy on it, we will get it.
Okay,
So,
so
as you said, it flows.
it actually flows. And there's something that I've learned and actually experienced myself. It's like when you're having fun,
Oh, of
money
course.
comes. Okay, so the question over here is, what is it are we doing that truly can give us that joy of what it is that we're doing? Because when money comes literally, and I've seen this happen. Like when I enjoy what I'm doing, money just comes with total ease. But if I am making it like very significant, oh my God, I have to do this because if I don't do this, then I will not have any money. The desperation
Yes.
removes the inspiration to create anything new, which generates money, right? So
Yes.
that's
Yes.
one of the things that I'm getting. So, anyone out there would like to ask us any questions that you may have, we're willing to actually address them and comment and make suggestions. And you guys are open to suggestions as well. So, please do write in, which is what we're looking to actually have here. The other thing that I
Yes.
say is, what is it that we have around money that makes us feel as though we are in lack? Okay, what happens?
Well,
So,
you know
the
what?
lack,
I
the
think
lack
that
of money.
where did you get money is the question. Where did how do you get money? You have to find it, right? And how do
Mm,
you find the money? You create the money because you are the source of the money. So whatever you create in your life is what is going to reflect in that money, in that abundance. So if you are putting a lack of mind, thinking that is difficult, that is not enough, that is only for rich people, that I don't even know when you say that is what they mean.
what
But
does it exactly?
yes, yeah, but those blocks that you're putting to yourself are the ones
Mhm.
that are blocking the money coming in because you are the source of the money.
Exactly. We actually forget that. We think that everyone else has to give us the money, but
Yeah.
the whole creation starts with us individually. What are we being? Who are we being? And what are we doing with what it is that will generate and create money that brings us joy,
Yes.
which is what we need to employ, which allows money to flow in with total ease. I think that's what it is. But now we also have situations, and I wanted to bring that up as well. It's like when we have situations like COVID, and there's a disruption in what it is that we're used to having as the norm. What happens then? Because then money becomes a situation where we don't have enough, possibly, or the money is out there and we can't reach it and we can't have it immediately. What do you recommend we should do in situations of an emergency where money is not available immediately? Who and what can we be and do differently to actually have money? Because
Well,
that's
that's
something.
that
It's
it is
because
just what you just mentioned. Is find what you can do differently. Like, for example, in my experience, the year that I did the most, I guess, that I opened more windows, more doors, and everything was during COVID because
mm,
I found a lot of opportunities. And in my area, I was like one of the first ones to have this platform and to work and break barriers and cross borders through the digital uh, platform. So I think that it is. It is not just thinking because we tend to complain. We tend to get frustrated. We tend to see the negative. But if you are in that position, it's nothing that you can do complaining. Like, we are here, we cannot change that it was a hurricane, we cannot change that it was a COVID. So what is that I can do for myself so my situation change? So I think it's just a mindset. There is
I
no
think what
like
you
a
said earlier,
magic trick.
no, but I think what you said earlier is so apt and true, is we individually are the source of creation of wealth.
Yes,
Okay. And
yes.
how does that, so let's open that part up. It's like a Pandora's box we're opening up. So when we are saying that we are the source of wealth and the source of money, what does that look like? Let's talk about what does that look like. I have a certain point of view I'd like you to share with us.
Well, I think that we need to start with the relation that we have with the money. So if you if you're not in love with money because you are always complaining about money, well, money is not going to get to you, right? Nobody. So if you are hating money because for you it's hard because you get home and it's never enough and all that, uh, like wrong energy that you are bringing towards money is what is going to affect you. So we need to sit and figure out, like, what is my real relation with money? Do I like money? It is easy for me to receive money because sometimes we feel that we don't deserve it. We were
Yeah.
told that the money wasn't for us, or the money was for people with some kind of success that we don't know. So we need to figure out, like, where isn't everything, Jennifer, anything that you're gonna do, you always have to figure out, like, where is that you're standing.
Relationship. Yeah,
Yes, and
relationship.
what is the relationship that you have with money?
The one thing that I have seen is like, and it's all linked to who you are and how you show up individually. Okay,
Of
it
course.
is this. I have actually seen that when people are in lack of money, then they seem to envy people who have money. So when you are in the envying mode, what you're giving out as energy is like you're not capable and you're not deserving if you
Yes.
envy somebody. Okay. The second thing is like we usually have heard money doesn't grow on trees, um, save money for a rainy day. All those things are interesting. But if
Yes.
we make it the way that it becomes like a operating system, then there's
It is a
no
tool.
space for us to shift or change or do anything different. That's the way I look at it. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
it is true. I think money is a tool, money is a vehicle. So you just have to focus on what you like the most and what is that you feel that is your purpose. As you said before, that you enjoy doing it, that you
mhm,
know that is the correct way for you, and
mhm.
you're gonna find that vehicle. You will be amazed and how it will show up. You don't have to fear about not having money, because that's one of the biggest issues, no, that we all fear, that is gonna we're gonna run away, or we don't have enough, or we don't have enough education to get the money that I'm supposed to, or whatever is always around fear. And we need to let it go, because we need to trust on our purpose and our, you know
So do you
dreams,
have
and just
any
go for
do you
it.
have any suggestions, Rebecca, then as to how can people truly become fearless around money?
Well, yeah, I guess it is something that that we all have to work with ourselves. First, we need to, even though that I don't want to be in the past, and I'm always against going to the past. We need to figure out, like, where is that those beliefs that we have are coming from, so we can just get rid of them,
But
because
but
the
the thing over
majority is
here,
something that
Rebecca,
we
is
grew up with.
yeah. So now many a time when we are in a situation of that sort, if anyone is in a situation of that sort who is experiencing lack and limitation around money, you yourself will not be able to even look at it as a problem, because for you it is like that's the way you are. Okay. The
Mm-hmm.
question over here is, will you be open to truly recognizing that the stuff that you're experiencing is really not working for you from a perspective of the money situation that you might be in? And would you reach out to people who might be able to assist you in overcoming this? I remember before we came onto the show, you were talking about something which is very similar. So would you like to share it? Because I know I do work around with money. I work with relationship, and I work with things in my line of work. But you do something similar. So what is
Yes.
it that you actually do, and what have you experienced with when you invite people for money workshops or something?
Yes, I'm a president of the Gulf Coast Latin Chamber of Commerce here. So we provide workshops to educate business owners and entrepreneurs. And one of the things that we have seen is the financial workshops are the less attended. Like
Mm,
we all want to learn, but we don't want to be ourselves exposed. Maybe it's cultural, I don't know, but it is something that we don't want to show up and say, I don't know anything about this.
yeah.
So we
So
are
that is.
afraid of the social
Mm,
environment. So I think that money is always, or, the pressure that we receive from our environment is another thing that is huge for us to
totally,
reach
totally.
whatever we need.
And very rightly said. And the other situation is this, Rebecca. It's not going to be always in our life that we're going to be on an upward trend and we have money and everything's hunky dory. I mean, there have been
Mm-hmm.
times when I have had a lack of money, not because I don't love it, but because of circumstances. Someone fell sick, someone was not well, um, family requires assistance. So we're not going to be constantly, full up. And there'll be times when we're in dire straits. For example, when I was in Kuwait and we had the war, Iraq, and I
Yes.
had to come out with my daughter with only 15 kilos of stuff. Okay. And we didn't have money at all. We didn't have anything. Only I had the clothes on my back. Okay. So we empathize with people. We
Yes, we
understand that
understand.
the
Mm-hmm.
situations like this do occur, but it does not mean that they're going to remain. And we have to take charge. So I remember going to India as a refugee, literally a
Mm-hmm.
refugee. Okay. We didn't have food. We did not know where my husband was because he was left back there in Kuwait. And all that I could do was look at my daughter and say, I've got to do something.
Right.
Okay. I've got to do something. And so the third day, I went and got myself a job. Now, does it mean that I got the same kind of position that I was in? No. But I had the ability to choose that I would not lose my mind and not be able to provide for my child. So, how many of us out there are actually going to give up the way that we think that we should look, we must act, we must be, or else other people will think of us as being failures? I'm sorry. They are not living your life. You are. Okay.
Yes.
So who
Yes.
can you be and what can you do? We have Ryan, who is saying something. Let us bring up. Thanks a lot for the talk today. Interesting topic. Can you see what he's written?
And I
Is a
don't know.
starting initiatives
It's
on empowering female entrepreneurs in Africa, where I hope we can find synergies.
of
Okay,
course,
great.
of
Thanks,
course.
Ryan, for sharing that. We have Tanya who says something. Let's bring that up.
Yeah.
Tanya says, yes, I agree. I have done the same, not showing up, so I am not exposed. Thank you, Tanya. That takes a lot of guts to actually say, because all of
Yes.
us irrespective of who we are and where
Mm-hmm.
we are. There is no embarrassment because unless you don't acknowledge who you are and what you are, what your situation is, you cannot change it because you'll be roaming
Right.
around with a facade that everything's hunky dory, everything's fine. Everyone, everyone
Yeah.
goes to some kind of thing, and that's what I really would like to talk about next. So I'm willing, yeah, Tanya, I'm willing to Tanya,
Yeah,
bravo.
yeah, bravo, bravo. Yeah, that's what it is about. That we cannot. It's not the right time, like you don't even know when is that you have to do it. You just find yourself the day that, okay, I don't want to live with the feeling anymore. I don't care about what others think. I just have to take care of myself, and
That's
that
it,
shift changed everything.
everything. And it's not to be, first and foremost, please stop judging yourself for your situation.
Yes.
I had to learn that, okay? Because I was, oh my God, I have to be like this, I have to look like this. People know me like this. No, I'm sorry. It's not about what people think about me. It's about what do I think about myself, okay?
Yes.
Because I have to live with me. I am not going to live with everyone else, right? So the essential
That's
part,
true.
I think, is to really honor you. Please
Mm-hmm.
don't judge you, okay? Also know that you are the creator of what it is that you would like to have in and as your life, okay? And
Yes.
you're not here to compare yourself with anybody on the financial ladder or the
On
success ladder,
anything.
on anything. Because if we start doing that, that's where most of our energy gets depleted because we're so busy seeing what other people are doing and how we can be like them. And let us look at them and let's talk like them and let's act like them. How much of your
Especially
energy is
with
being,
the social media, right?
oh my God, it's like a never ending thing. It's like going on trying to compare yourself with somebody does not help you to generate and create you.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
And we
and it's
just,
actually depleting. It's all the energy going out because you're so busy looking out. But what's happening by the time you finish looking out, you're so exhausted that you don't even pay attention to yourself.
that's
And
true.
this particular topic that we're talking about requires you to really pay attention to yourself.
Yeah, actually, I think that it is just a state of mind. So if we just instead thinking about the quantity of money that we want to have, or that goal that never comes, we just have to cultivate gratitude, be generous, and have that mind of abundance that you can share with others, that nobody's is taking away what you have, that it's okay to share. The world is going to change for you.
That's
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
Nancy says from mindset to mind flex, as I
Yes.
like to say. Good job.
Yeah, yes,
That's so
yes, it
true.
is.
But the essential part, I think, is this also. When we're looking at it, it is almost like when we're talking about money, money actually can actually be a friend,
Of course.
can actually be your friend, okay? And when people, and I'm going to now go on the other tangent, is like money is not important. Many people will say that. No, I'm sorry, it is because it does help you to buy the kinds of stuff that you'd like to buy. I know I like to buy
Yes.
stuff. What
Me
about you?
too. I love
Okay.
shoes. I have like, you know.
So it's about wanting to have it. So when we are going into making it wrong or making us wrong or making our relationship wrong with money, then how is money going to show up? There's an interesting thing that I've always used, and it's almost like if money would be something like a party, it's actually like a party. Okay, so now
Yes.
if you're going to a party and I invite you to my party and you ask me, Jennifer, what are you going to have? What's happening in the party? Who's coming? And I say, I really don't know, Rebecca. I don't know who's going to show up. And then he said, well, what kind of food are you serving? I said, you know what? I don't know. I don't have a clue. Whatever is there is there. And then you ask me, well, who all have you actually? What kind of music are you going to have? What's going to happen? I say, I don't know really. Do you want to come? So it's pretty similar to now. If I was to behave like this with you, would you come to my party? Hell no.
Well, no, but I
Okay.
will say, eh, you know what you're doing. I'm just gonna make your party. I'm just gonna
You
go
probably would
there,
say that.
yeah,
But now this
and I'm gonna take you in
you being
charge.
an individual, you being an individual will
Yes,
probably
yes,
come and say that. Now, if you were to look at money, money is pretty similar. Money will go where you're having joy, where there's joy.
yes,
So
yes.
money
That's true.
actually follows joy. It's not the other way
Yes,
around. What we are doing is we are wanting money to be the leader, then we can have the joy.
yeah. We
It's a
cannot give
different
the power
mindset.
to
We have
money.
to
We
shift that.
we yeah. We need to control money. It is our friend, but we have to control it. Money has no power to control us. So we
Yeah,
have
but I
as
think we
much
have given
money as
the
we can bring in.
okay, but we have given it the power. The way that the whole
Yes.
world is operating, we have given money the power to rule us.
Oh yeah.
And that is not the way that we should be operating. And that's why we're having this conversation, ladies and gents. It's like you've got to take back ownership of how you feel fulfilled in your life.
Yes.
It is not about money doesn't determine you. You determine the amount of money you
The
have,
money that you
literally.
have. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
That's
talk
it.
about some tools and techniques that we can use to help shift. So if you're talking about financial stuff that you
Okay.
like to do, so let's go into the pragmatics of money. Okay.
Okay.
So what are some of the things that we can share here that will help? First and foremost, we've taken care of the mind issues. Okay. We've
Uh-huh.
taken care of, we like to buy things for our body to look really groovy. And
Yes.
now we're going into pragmatic tools as to what kind of tools can we share here that will help people to even venture into, oh my God, I think I can do this. Okay, what do I need to address? So, first and foremost, I'm going to tell everyone out here who's listening, I want everyone to please approach whatever it is that we're going to say right now. Rebecca's going to share, and I'm going to pitch in as well from a space of no judging yourself. You
Yes.
don't have to judge yourself. You're coming in with a clean white slate and allow us to actually share what we have to share. You can choose to use it or you can choose to chuck it. The choice is totally yours. Okay. But we're here to actually share and bring it to the fore. So, Rebecca, start off as part of
What?
your financial training or whatever it is that you'd like to invite entrepreneurs for, or startups or individuals. I will
Well,
have it for individuals. You can do it for companies.
okay. You're gonna laugh about what I'm gonna say because I was one of those that never show up because I didn't have money when I grew up, and I. It's not that I didn't know how to get it, but then after I found uh, like going through my past and seeing whatever I did when I was young, taking care of my brothers, my kids, and I was like, actually, I know how to make money because I had no education and I put food on their mouths and I had a ceiling for them. So it is just recognizing what is that you have that makes you make money. So that's the first thing. So one of the things that I do. I think we lost Jennifer, but I hope we keep
No,
going.
I have.
Okay, okay. Well, one of the things that I do is just to assess myself. Like every morning, I write and I take notes and I see like what is that I'm standing on, what is that I'm gonna do today. That first that I can be grateful. Second, that I can share with others. And third, that I can have the lifestyle that I want to have because we cannot put like an amount for everyone. Everyone has different perceptions of what is the amount to have to be happy. So it's just knowing yourself. If you know yourself, if you know what is that is going to make you happy, you're never going to know what is enough for you. So if you go every day and say, well, I have a beautiful house, I have my husband, I'm enjoying my life with my kids, I like what I'm doing, I like help, I do help people, like, is anything else that I need? Is anything else that I want to do? So when you realize that and you start putting your energy to that, the money is gonna come. I'm not gonna, we have financial experts that are going to teach you when you have the money, just go and invest here or do this. But everybody's situation is different. So it's not going to be for everything just one class, you know? So it just depends on your situation. But for regular people like you, like me, that we are not like going out and investing everywhere, we we just want to know like what is that we need to be happy. Like, am I lacking something to be happy? Can I be happy with what I have now? If no, what is that I want to achieve? But no, like how much I want to achieve, you know? Because when you have your, like if I want to buy a plane and you put your focus and your energy in buying a plane, oh, ahead, you're gonna get the plane, you know? It's, and a plane costs a lot of money. So, but if you just want to have like a bicycle and you're like putting your energy in a bicycle, you're gonna get that bicycle. So it's as simple as that. But we have to change our mindsets that our life is not like a movie, you know, like that we need to take control of our what we are doing every day, because when you act in reaction all day long on everybody's agendas, you're never gonna see what is that is there for you, because you're just acting for whatever who's judging, whatever who wants you to buy something so you look like fancy, or what the, you know, like the influencers in social media are saying that this is good. And so if you are just chasing everybody's wishes, you are in the wrong path. So we just need to find our path.
Right.
That's what
So
I think.
essentially, yeah. So essentially, what you're saying is that we have to really connect with ourselves authentically.
Yes.
Because seriously, everyone wants to do everything outside. The whole world is operating from, oh, what can we do for you? What can we? No, it's like first and foremost, as I always say, is learn to fulfill you. If you're running on empty, you can't be a contribution to anyone else or be able to receive anything for you. So recognize what brings you joy and start employing that, because when you are joyful, things actually are created. So if you even look at the people who are doing really well in life, okay,
Yes.
why are they doing well? Because they really enjoy what they're doing. They
Yes.
really
Yes.
do. Right? Some people enjoy money, so they generate and create more of it. Some
Yes.
people enjoy serving other people. That's an avenue of getting money too. Some
Yes.
people enjoy coaching people. That's a revenue generator too. But unless you are not aligned to what it is you do, money will be a problem to come to you. That is
Yes.
something that we all have to actually look at very, very importantly. Tanya has made a comment. Let's see what she has to say.
Yes.
Yes, learn to fulfill self. Brilliant. And this is what
Yes.
is so true. So when you are, the word is fulfill. It starts with full.
Mm-hmm.
Fill yourself up and then fill somebody else up. It was very brilliantly created, I must say, the word fulfill. So I keep saying you need to fulfill you to be able to contribute to anyone else too. Okay,
Yes.
I want to,
But
I
we
want
need to
to,
make sure that we are not talking about being selfish. You know? That is not just like, okay, I want everything for me, because sometimes that you can see that as well. And that's when money like just is lost,
goes out.
like, yeah,
And I
just
think it's coming
you
again.
receive
If
money
you
and you
look,
don't see it.
Rebecca, if you look at it, when that occurs, is when you have already created in your head, on your mind, that there's a lack, because
Mm-hmm.
that's when lack actually steps in, and it's a very sneaky thing. It's so
Yes.
sneaky because you're thinking, okay, I have this money and I have this money, and I want to keep more. I want to keep it for myself. And when you do that, what are you telling the universe? That you're going to lose it, that you have to hang
Yes.
on to it.
Yes.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So guess what
It's the
happens?
message. And
It,
yes, that's
it has
how
to
you
actually, it
focus.
has to go, because whatever you think about is what you bring about, literally.
Yeah, everything is starts here. Like, you create
Right?
your world. And for example, because I know that always I hear this when people said, like, well, but you can say that, it's easy to say it, but when you have all the bills there and you have no money to
Yes.
pay, like, one of the things that I always do is, like, okay, I get the bill and I look at the bill and say, okay, that's fine, I'm gonna pay it, and that's it. Even if I don't have the money at that moment, I just know that I'm gonna pay it. But I don't get like, oh my God, how I'm gonna get to pay this, or what is that I'm gonna do, and start getting all the anxious and all that, fear and frustration because I don't have it right now.
One of the things that I also learned was, when we have that bill coming in, can we just look at it from a different perspective and look at the bill and say, oh, wow, that's a bill that has come in for a service that I requested for.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
And thank you so much for the service that you've given to me, because someone thought you valuable enough to give you that service. Okay.
Yes.
How wonderful is that? So if the bills are coming in, also know to be in gratitude for the bill that you're receiving. Because when we
Yes.
are gratitude for the bill that you're receiving, the bill will automatically, seriously, and things will show up because you're in gratitude. The first thing to
Oh
be
yeah,
able
the
to
first
attract
thing.
anything in your life is to be in the attitude of gratitude, because it takes you to a higher altitude.
Yes, yes,
Attitude,
that's all.
seriously,
Yeah, gratitude
it's
is
something.
everything.
Okay, so let's actually focus on that.
And the
Sometimes
same
it
thing
gets,
when you're able to
yeah,
pay, because you have to
mm,
be grateful that you can pay,
exactly.
and so many people can benefit from that money that you're paying.
And one
So,
trick. No, no,
yeah.
carry on. I'll give the trick after that. Carry on.
No, go
What
ahead,
were you
go
saying?
ahead, no trick.
Okay. So one of the tricks is this. It's not even a trick. It is actually being genuine with the money that you have in hand, because money is energy, guys. Okay.
Yes,
And when you're giving the money to somebody, also say in your mind, I give this
thank you.
with gratitude. And what will it take for this to return back to me tenfold, or hundredfold, or fiftyfold? You're telling the
Yes,
money to come back to you tenfold, or hundredfold, or fiftyfold. Literally. These are the little tricks that I have learned in my own personal development. But I really had to get out of my own way, because there's so many people who can teach you. The question, are you willing to learn? Are you willing to be vulnerable enough to say, I don't know? And now, when we talk about money, there's so many things that I don't know about money and investments and stuff, but I'm always curious. So, how
yes.
curious are you? How can you be curious? Just a question. If you have the facade that you know everything,
Uh-huh. Yes.
you see that
Yes, and
it's
and
only
that's
stopping
another
you.
part, like, when you understand that we have to live in this world of collaboration. You need to trust on the people that knows how to do that. Like, we are not here to do everything. So Like, for example, my daughter just finished she graduated as an applied math, and she's going to this engineering company. And we were always making fun of her, like, oh, who's learning just math and all that. Well, she's gonna be the one that we are gonna go when we need something related to, like I have another brother that is the doctor, so I don't have to be the doctor. I can trust on my brother that is a doctor. So that's collaboration, that is something that we need to learn. Like, I can be here sharing my experience, and if somebody can learn from me, I'm grateful for it. And whatever you are letting me inspire from your thoughts and your whatever you're saying, I'm also grateful because I'm learning from you. So it is not a competition in life with everyone and everything, because that
It's so
we'll
true.
need that.
It's so true. And this is what we keep saying when we talk about oneness and wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, it is such an brilliant way to look at it. So if we are all one and we're all connected, are we actually operating from that space of being all connected? Because we are. Okay, there's some of us that will have certain information because that brings us joy, but there's some of us that have other information that brings them joy, and that is what we need to employ with one another. It's so important to do that. We,
Yes.
and then that's what I keep saying, that we're not here to compete with one another. But when, like you mentioned, your daughter knows finance, your brother knows, he's a doctor, okay? So we do not have to be the doctors. We need to go to the doctor. We do not have to
Yes.
be professional financiers. We need to go to the ones. And that is how we can actually complete one another, because they're
That's true.
coming to our aid and we are coming to their aid. So it's not about competition, it's about getting to really do what you love and generate money through that. And if you're not being able to generate money through that, revisit and find out what else you can do. One thing that I would say is, please do not try and copy anybody. Try and find
Yes.
out
No.
what is absolutely special to you, because
Yeah. You.
that's what makes the difference. Find out your unique gift, because that
That's
is
true.
what will make the difference. Okay, that's one thing. The other area that I'd like to talk about, Rebecca, is it's not just all the stuff that we've talked about. Now we come into how do we, it's not that we have to become financial gurus, but what is essential for us to really know about money? We need to know. We're business people. What are the kind of stuff that we really need to know about money? That will actually propel us in making wise choices. You have
Well,
to be literate.
I think that we need to understand the system that we are in it, because every country is different. Like, I'm gonna give you an example here in the United States. The system is different than the one in Colombia, right? So if I don't, I come from another country and I don't understand the system. I don't know what is to have a credit score. I don't know, well, all that it comes here. Like, here in the United States, you have to be able to show that you are in debt and you are good and you pay. But in our countries, you don't want to have loans. You don't want, you know what I mean? So it's different. So first thing is that you have to understand the system, and we need to teach our kids the system as well, so they get ready. So when they are ready to receive their first check, whatever it is, if it's that you are gonna give it to them, or if it's that they're gonna receive it from work or whatever, they're gonna know what to do with that.
Yes, exactly.
Second, I think that we need to plan. We need to know, like, what is our obligations, so we know what is that we need to receive. Because if you are in this lifestyle that your obligations are bigger than your paycheck, or that whatever you have at that moment, you need to shift that. So how you're gonna do it? Like, even changing whatever it is that you're doing. if you love that job, you're going to have to change the lifestyle. If you like the lifestyle, you're going to change what you're doing, because that is not going to give you money. So I think it's planification and knowing the system.
Very essential. What I also would suggest is, if people would just do a simple thing, as in make a list of all your expenditures, okay,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what
just
I mean, the
and then
planification. Yeah.
match it to how much money is actually coming in, and what we must need to do to actually be able to have the kind of lifestyle that we are looking for. And if you
Yes.
cannot have the lifestyle, and please, in this process, do not compare yourself to anyone in your family, anyone at work, any of your managers, your colleagues, or whoever. This is very, very personal to you. So I
Yes.
would
And don't
recommend that
judge yourself.
please do not. Please do not. Because if you judge you, you have already set in motion something that will create commotion, that will create confusion for you.
Yes.
Please
Yes.
do not judge yourself. This is a very, very genuine exercise that we all must do from time to time, because
Yes.
things keep shifting all the time, and we need to shift and change with times. Being educated in the financial systems of your respective countries is paramount,
Yes.
very essential. Okay, getting to know what it is your expenditures are, very essential. Getting to know how much money comes in, equally essential. If you have a lifestyle that you would like to have and you're not generating and creating enough money, please look at what else you
You
can
can do.
generate and create that will bring you the joy that you would like to have in your life. But please remember that you are the source of creation.
Yes. Yes. You are
Okay?
the source of
Never ever
everything, the
forget
money.
that.
Yeah. And to
Money
become
is
more,
a
we
tool.
have to change, because if we're still the same, we're not going to become more. So if we
Absolutely.
want
I think
more, we need to change.
we have to actually change the way we look at ourselves. I think we have purposely victimized ourselves
Oh, yeah.
with the pretense of money. It's like, what is going on? And all of us, like a couple of weeks back, I had the same situation. And I said to myself, what am I generating and creating? Because sometimes you get, getting involved with too many things and trying to help too many people. And you're right when you say, pay attention to yourself. So something I'm taking home today is to really pay attention to what is important for me and how I can be and show up differently. Yeah, thank
Tanya is
you
very.
for sharing these gems.
Cheers. Cheers.
So, do we have anybody who would like to ask a question, perhaps, who's online and listening in, or make a comment, or make a suggestion, or give your amazing insights that you might have that we may have not mentioned? We would love to hear from you. We've got some people who are actively alive here.
Yes, 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 that's amazing. And we all want to
Thank you so
say,
much for
yeah,
being
say
here,
thank
everyone.
you for being here.
Seriously.
Yeah,
And
it is
what can
inspiring.
yeah, what can we actually add to the stuff? So we have said to actually make a list of your expenditures,
Yeah,
make a
just
list
to
of
know
your
where you stand.
incoming. Okay, get to know, is that something that you are enjoying? Is it
I think,
stressful? Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, I think the one thing that we haven't mentioned, or maybe we haven't making emphasis, is that if depending on the lifestyle that you want, you need to surround yourself.
Mm.
Because if you want to be successful, you cannot be with the complaining people. You need to, sorry, for real, you need to attract the same energy. Just Carolina is there. Carolina
Yeah. Yeah.
Isabel Marin.
She's saying she's
Thank you
done.
so
Yeah.
much.
We have Raida is interesting
Inter-
topic. I like
yeah.
her one line as always. Thank you,
Yes.
Carolina, for being over here. Great to have
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the essential part is this. what you were talking about makes a whole lot of sense because, again, the money quotient has to start with us. We are not,
Yes.
we should really take charge. It's actually taking control of
Your life.
what we would like to generate and create as our life, truly. And
Yeah, and
please,
everything that we do is a decision. So we need to make sure what decisions we and the choices that we are making. So if you wake up and you say, okay, my decision today is to have a lot of money, you need to be working on that, because it is your decision. So nobody can make the decision for you.
and
You
I think
cannot
one of
just
the,
spend that somebody comes and gives you all the money, because if you are not ready to receive the money is gone. You're gonna
that's
lose it.
another thing. It's like we have really interesting ways of looking at things. Okay. And some things that I have seen is like we have preconceived notions
Oh yeah.
about around money and around ourselves. Okay. So I'm sorry, this cannot be done. For example, if a client comes to you and tells you, Rebecca, I'd like you to do this for me because they've heard about you. I remember what this one used to say. Uh, so Richard Branson, okay, we'll take care of it for you. The essential part is, have you got the ability to say yes and then to figure out what needs to get done?
Oh yeah.
Because if someone is actually coming to you and asking you for something that needs to get done, do you have what it takes to actually say, don't worry, I'll take care of it? Very simple question. We have here how many country chairs? Okay.
Yes.
Now, did you know what needed to be done immediately as soon as I asked you, would you like to be a global country chair?
No,
No.
really. No, I
But you
had
were
to sit
curious
with
enough to
you.
find out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right? Like when I was made the global chair, it's like I didn't come with a manual. Like, okay, fine, now this is the manual, go for it. No, because I would like to bring my style to it, right?
Yes.
So money has not come. You have not been born with a manual about money.
Nobody's life.
It is okay. And the weirdest thing is this that each one of us has a different way of approaching it. You cannot be like anybody. Please get
Yes.
this. You have to actually come into finding out what is your uniqueness because that will
Yes.
be what it is that you will use. We have a question here from Ryan, thank you. What do you mean by ready to receive the money? Is it connected with self worth? I love that question, Ryder. Totally amazing. Now, I would like to answer that, and then you can take
Yes.
it from there. Now, if you are looking at yourself as being a person that is not worthy, and poor me, I do not know where to get the money from. I do not know how to do anything. I have all these problems, and I need to address these problems. What you've already done is created a barrier around you that does not allow you to receive anything new, literally. Okay, and this is not in the physical world. It's like I'm giving you this and you're taking this, or if I give you the money, then you're saying, no, no, I don't want to receive it. No, it's nothing like that. Okay, the weirdest thing is this that your first language is energy. We've got to get that.
Yes.
If you are not willing to receive anything, the good, the bad, and the ugly, the universe does not know the difference at all. It only sees the shutters up, barriers up, not willing to receive. Okay. And it just passes you by. So we've got to learn to be present to receive the good, the bad, and the ugly. The question over here is we do not have to take the good, bad, and the ugly and make it significant. Allow it to come to you and pass through you and out of you. If you make it significant, it'll stick to you. Okay. Now, if you do not think you're worthy, and this is to answer you rather, it has definitely got to do with your self worth as well. But if you're not willing to receive something, it also impacts you actually getting money because you have decided You're not valuable enough. My question to everyone is this: do you deserve to breathe, or do you just breathe? We all just breathe. Did you ask permission to breathe? No. What if money was the same? Would you choose to receive it then? Because it's as simple as that.
Yeah,
What
very
we do have
powerful.
to change, what we do need to change is our relationship with it.
Yes. Yeah,
If
we
you're
need to.
making it more powerful than you, then you will have to be victimized by it or traumatized by it. Very simple. If you do not take charge of your life and your living, then you are at the beck and call of everyone else who's demanding of you. We know this to be true. Why is it that we don't get it with around? It's actually around everything. Money just happens to be a segment that we're talking about right now. But if you are not willing to stand up in your own power and your potency, then you're victimized by everyone and everything, literally. The other thing is, are we ready to ask for money?
Hmm.
Because sometimes we think it is not our place to ask for money. I ask for money all the time. Do you?
Yes.
Do you ask for money? Okay.
Yes, I
Because
was, but
again,
I wasn't ready to receive it. So,
that's the thing.
because
So that's
yeah,
the thing. Because we have
so
got this.
I used to ask, and I got the money, and as I said, the next day I didn't have, and it was
Exactly.
because I
Because
was always afraid. I was always like in my mind, because I grew up without it, that
hmm,
it was not for me, that it was hard to receive, it was hard to have it. So that when I got it, I had to spend it and whatever, because yeah, it was
exactly.
gone. It was gone.
It's actually again it's about willing to receive so you can get it. So for what happens with the people who have the lottery? So
They
they have
love.
the lottery and
They
in a
don't keep
couple of days the
it.
money is gone
Yeah, it
because
is.
they do not know how to receive it. So it's almost like something wrong. You cannot have it because it's wrong and you've got to give it away. And it's not your mind that it's saying it's wrong, it's the energy that will not allow you to keep it. And
Yeah.
that's something that we've got to actually, these are things that are not shared usually, but being from oneness and wisdom, we thought we would like to bring it to everyone's attention because it is not something to make you feel wrong about you. There are different aspects to our life and living that we really need to open up to. Okay?
Yes, and,
We,
and yeah, we need to share. We need to be able to. That's what I do, mentor today, because one day I was lost, as a lot of people was, So one day I had to go to someone and ask for help and guidance, not to tell me how to manage my finances, but how to be ready, because sometimes you read, you make videos, and we have so many like information coming out to us that we don't even know how to start. So having a mentor is a good idea sometimes. So be
it's
willing
very,
to
very good
accept
idea.
that, and don't feel bad because you feel exposed, as I say. It's just taking charge of you. When you're looking for help, you are taking charge of yourself.
And there's no harm in doing that because
No.
otherwise we are living a lie and it's not valuable to anyone if you don't show up in your brilliance, because all of us
Yes.
will not be receiving what it is that you're here to share or to be or to do differently. So please allow yourself to truly show up the way you are.
Yes.
And please do not be worried about what other people think about you. I always like to say this: what other people think about you is none of your business. So please don't make it your business.
Yes. Yes. Don't
Okay,
take it
very
personal.
essential.
Yeah.
So, any last thoughts, Rebecca, before we go? Because I think we can carry on with this topic. We're mindful of the time.
Yeah, I
We
just
have
think
1 minute to go.
I think that you already say everything, and we share a lot. But the main thing is, don't forget that we are the source of everything that we do. So if we want to make money, just remember that you are the source of that money. You can no way that it comes by itself. So it comes from you.
exactly. And you are the creator of your reality. Please don't
Yes.
forget that. Okay.
Yes.
And if anyone wants to know more about how this is done, please reach out to Rebecca or myself, and we'll be
Yes.
glad to assist. But you know what? This is our business. Okay.
Yes.
So be ready to
Yes.
pay us. This is not a charitable thing. This particular thing that we are asking you, inviting you, is actually something that we do as part of our business. What we're
Yeah, it
sharing with
is true.
you is under the amazing platform of G100 Oneness and Wisdom, which is a non-profit organization. And we're here to share this as our
Yes.
wisdom and whatever it is that we have learned. But if you want to delve deeper, it's another ball game. Reach out to us. We're willing to talk to you.
Yeah,
Having
we
said
are
that, thank
willing
you
to
very
help.
much. Thank you very much, Rebecca, for
Rida
joining
saying
me.
that we need a part two. Of course, Rida, we can always share. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Raida, for that. Yes, we need a part two. This is such a large topic. We need to actually go on and on. And
Yes,
next time, I think when we come on, we will come on with a couple of tools, and we will
yes,
do it in a way that is going to be really cool. Thank you, Raida. Thank you, everyone who has joined us. Um, we
yes.
really appreciate your comments, your questions, and hopefully next time, let us know in the chat if you really would like to have a next time. We'd like
Of
to
course.
come in with a couple of more tools. And God
Or
bless and happy
if you want to be
generating and creating.
invited to make your questions live, because that is
Exactly.
something that will be nice also, not just to make comments. So if like one
Exactly.
of you want to be part of the show and be here to ask questions, we will be happy to have you.
Yes, and actually, we can have you come on live, actually, and ask the
Yes,
questions with all of us together on the screen. So next time, let's look at that and let's create something brilliant. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Rebecca.
thank
Thank you,
you, thank you.
G100, Oneness and Wisdom. Thank you, Dr.
Yes,
Harbin Aurora, for making this possible for all of us to share whatever we can and to hopefully generate and create a reality that is going to be brilliant for everyone. Thank you,
yes.
everybody, for being here. And God bless.
Thank you, everyone.